Good morning. As you know, my name is Alan Jackson. This morning, I had to withdraw as Nick Reiners' counsel. Circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control, have dictated that, sadly, it's made it impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick.
You know, I've been saying this for the longest. I think I said in the last video when we covered Nick Reiner, these people over here are soul-sucking, financial-sucking vampires, okay? They're not even real people. They're daywalkers, okay? They prefer stay inside at night, but they have to come out and feed on their victims, so they've built up a tolerance to the sunlight and shit. And when I say these people, I'm talking none other than the wonderful attorneys, the high-ranking attorneys that always have such a deep care for the fragile situation that their clients are experiencing and really show emotion toward them. Then when the money dries up, they don't give a fuck about you. Now, I want you guys to think in your heads, close your eyes for a moment, and think about Alan Jackson's past clients, okay? We have a few people like Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, Karen Reed. What was the common factor throughout all those cases? What was the common thing between all those defendants? They were supplying that money. Kevin Spacey, movie actor. Harvey Weinstein, producer, guy who's always touching on women, has money. I'm talking Harvey had the money just rolling into that man's pocket, I'm sure. The difference between all these people and little dumb fuck Nick Reiner is that Nick Reiner is a bum with a very shaky will, I would assume, right now. So my assumption is that whatever is going on, Nick Reiner is no longer able to siphon any money. All available liquid money has been used that Nick Reiner's been able to siphon into this attorney, and now he doesn't want to work for him. Okay? Now, again, this might be a legal situation that the families can't even deal with to help Nick, because there's even been comments where the siblings are like, "Oh, we want help for Nick and his mental issues." So they're even on the same side almost. Like they don't agree with what he did, but they want to get him help. So it seems to me like something clogged up this money and this attorney is running for the fences. Let's go ahead and check this out, man. It happened yesterday. This guy, I think he might actually have to deal with what actual consequences are if he gets fucked and he has to get a public defender. It's going to be so much more over than it already is. But let's go ahead and check this thing out.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. Good morning. As you know, my name is Alan Jackson. This morning, I had to withdraw as Nick Reiner's counsel. Circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control, have dictated that, sadly, it's made it impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick.
Now, that's the first thing that I wanted to point out. He didn't say due to a conflict in the court. He didn't say due to legal purposes. Unfortunately, I can no longer. He said for reasons beyond my control and for reasons beyond Nick Reiner's control. Two people, excluding the judge, excluding any other process that might be hitching things up. Because I've been seeing theories, well, you know, maybe he had to step down because of a conflict of interest, or maybe he had to step down because of... This is him bowing his head and saying, yes, guys, yes, I'm a piece of shit. I don't care about this dumb kid or this dumb family. He's not paying me. I'm skedaddling. Because even me doing this speech right now, I'm losing money. This brokey piece of shit is wasting my time. Then he's going to hop in the Corvette. He's going to take off.
I'm legally and I'm ethically prohibited from explaining all the reasons why. I know that's a question on everybody's mind.
He's legally and ethically prohibited. Now, the first thing, legally, okay, cool. But ethically, bro, there is not an ethical bone in Alan Jackson's body. Not a single one. Not one. Fuck you talking about ethical. Boy, you're not getting paid. Like, keep it real with us.
I'm legally and I'm ethically prohibited from explaining all the reasons why. I know that's a question on everybody's mind. We expect the public defender to step in. They've already been appointed and very capably protect Nick Reiner's interests.
As he said, public defender to step in, somebody in the background started laughing because that's a joke. That's a good ass punch. You don't even need a build up. That's just an immediate punchline. Oh, the public defender's gonna step in and very capably take care of him and fight for his life. Man, Nick Reiner is fucked. Get ready to get ready to be assaulted in prison because, to be honest, I don't even think he's gonna get no protective custody. He's a nobody. He's gonna get thrown in the cell. They're gonna hear Nick Reiner. Who the fuck is he? He's just gonna be some random white boy in jail. They go, man. It's gonna be tough for him.
We expect the public defender to step in. They've already been appointed and very capably protect Nick Reiner's interests as he moves forward through the system. But be clear, be very, very clear about this. My team and I remain deeply, deeply committed to Nick Reiner and to his best interests.
What does that mean?
In fact, we know, we're not just convinced, we know that the legal process will reveal the true facts.
Me and my team will remain committed to Nick Reiner, even though we're not represented. We're not representing Nick Reiner, but we will remain committed. You know what that is? That's the equivalent to hopes and prayers on social media. Like, oh, my foot's fucking broken and my spine is out of line because I got into a car accident. Motherfucker's gonna come underneath the comment section. Thoughts and prayers. This motherfucker on live television said thoughts and prayers for Nick Reiner. Ha! Ha 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 ha. My boy said, I'm gonna remain committed, all right. I'm gonna be on that phone. I'm gonna be watching that coverage. And when he goes to jail for the rest of his human, natural fucking life, I'm going to go, shoot. I'm gonna say darn it, and it's going to ruin my evening.
Stances surrounding this case, Nick's case. You know, a lot's been printed of late, over the last 3 weeks. A lot has been printed. Printed about Nick, printed about his family, printed about the circumstances, speculation is in print. On December 15th, in the early morning hours, I was in New York at the time, and I got a call. Me and my team, we dropped everything. And for the last 3 weeks, we have devoted literally every waking hour.
Yeah, I would too. And I'll keep it running, but like, he's so full of shit. It's hard to just listen and not say nothing. Like, what the? Well, you know why you dropped everything? Let's check this out. Let's do a little, the paralegal, the woman behind him, who I'm assuming is his paralegal or right-hand woman or whatever, I'm sure the first thing she did was type in Rob Reiner net worth. Oh, boss, Rob Reiner is worth $200 million. You know his kids have to have some of that. We should drop everything and go support him. Come on, this is all a price tag. Fuck you talking about? Oh, we dropped everything because we were just so shaken when we found out it was the Reiner not the Reiners. Not them. Everybody get on the plane and let's fly to LA. Let's take care of Nick. Fuck out of here. He's so full of doo-doo, bro. It stinks.
To protecting Nick and his interests. We've investigated this matter top to bottom, back to front. What we've learned, and you can take this to the bank, is that pursuant to the laws of this state, pursuant to the law in California, Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. Print that.
Oh, I'll print
Print
it.
that. We wish him the very, very best moving forward. And that's all I have today.
And you know, I love the fiery delivery. It's so fucking powerful. His face even turned a little red right there. Print that. I if anybody is shaken by that on the news they're watching, like, yes, we will stand for Nick. You're a dummy. This guy's about to go to a steakhouse and order him. He's about to order a medium rare steak, hold the fries, add the potatoes. Okay, then he's gonna go and cheat on his wife and then go home and slap his kids. No, I'm joking. It's a joke. Okay, it's a joke. He's not gonna do that. You know. But let's move forward. So now we have the dream team. I'm talking screw Alan who? Alan what? We don't you know, he's Tic Tacs and M&Ms and shit. Let's bring the real publies out here, the public defenders. And again, to all my public defenders out there, I'm just fucking around. But let's keep it real. Y'all have 47 fucking cases, and Nick Reiners one of them. He's not going to get the same amount of attention for his trial than he would have with Alan what's his name. He is fucked. But let's meet the public defenders real fast.
I'm here with Kimberly Green, the Deputy Public Defender assigned to the Reiner case. I want to say that on behalf of the entire Public Defender's Office, we are incredibly sorry and understand the pain and suffering that the Reiner family is going through at this time, as well as the entire Los Angeles community. The Public Defender's Office and the entire staff, our hearts at this time go out to the entire family. We hope that the community will also understand that this is a challenging time for the entire legal process. We ask for your patience, your understanding as we navigate this process through the legal system, and that we will be available as we can be to address your questions when appropriate. Thank you.
All right, let's hear what Shorty has to say. She's
we
like,
learned, I believe last night or yesterday, that we were being substituted in.
okay.
I'm going to let Ms. Green answer that.
I spoke to him briefly this morning, but we haven't had a chance to discuss anything. I spoke to Mr. Reiner briefly this morning. He was understanding that there was going to be a change in counsel. We haven't had any in-depth conversation. I have not.
She looks tired. You know what I mean? Shit. I'm not even trying to throw no shade. She looks like she stayed up all night last night. I'm sure a lot of attorneys do that. Nick Reiner is fucked, dude. You know, the only thing I can think of right now is like he can't get access to the money because he killed his parents. It kind of makes sense. I'm not sure if there's a will in place, if he even would be able to receive a will after murdering the person who signed the will over to you. I don't know if he had personal money in his accounts from his parents, but it's seeming to me like he probably had a couple $100,000. No, not even that. I don't know. I can't even guess lawyer numbers, right? But it seems like he had a little bit of money that was free, moving around, used it all, shoved it all up Alan's ass, Mr. Alan Jackson, and then after his little butthole munched it all up, he was like, deuces, you don't have no more. He didn't even make it to his second arraignment, he didn't make it past the second court date. Now we have Miss Ma'am over here who's thinking about 15 other cases while she's responding to questions.
We'll discuss that with Mr. Reiner and see how to proceed. Not at all. It's not uncommon for private counsel to turn over cases to us, so no, nothing about that would complicate the situation.
And they're just gonna ask a bunch of dumbass questions. She obviously don't want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there. It's all bad. It's all negativity over here. But anyways, I did want to cover one more thing about the siblings, right? Because now we're talking about, well, how is he not getting this money? You know, can't the siblings do something? I think there's legally some reason no one can touch that shit. Just saying. That's my opinion. I'm not sure. I'm no expert. But let me show you this article that the New York Post had posted like a couple of weeks ago. It says right here in the section, Rob and Michelle's family, despite everything, do not want Nick to get the death penalty. I'm not going to blame them for that, right? Do not want him to get the death penalty, as they insist this horrific incident was a byproduct of a mental health crisis. The Reiner family friend told The Sun. But I'm starting, just that little, a byproduct of mental health crisis. Like, mental health is real. Mental health is something you have to keep your eyes on. But it just feels like a cop-out, and they're still on his side. Just a little bit. But let's continue. It says, the last thing the Reiners want is another killing in the face of this unbelievable tragedy. Which, I could see that, but I don't know. And that the death penalty would only bring more pain, the friend added. The last thing the Reiners want is another killing in the face of this unbelievable tragedy, and the death penalty would only bring more pain. I mean, it wouldn't be a killing, it would be an execution. I feel like that's a little bit different. One killing happened. Those were your parents. The other one's going to be an execution for the killing. They're not two killings. Not the way I would put it, but they continue. It won't bring back Rob and Michelle. Romy and Jake Reiner were absent from their brother Nick Reiner's brief court appearance on Tuesday, but the source told The Sun they'd support their disturbed sibling if they were to plead not guilty by reason of insanity at the arraignment on February 23. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. Seems like he ran out of money. Seems like the siblings aren't giving them none. Seems like he can't get any out of his little mommy and daddy's bank account anymore because he murdered them. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, man. It's heating up for Nick Reiner. There's even more information coming out about Nick Reiner that we might cover later on this week. Stay tuned, stay jacked in. Hype the video. Apparently, everybody in my comments is like, I hyped your video. Apparently, that really means something for the YouTube algorithm now. So everybody hype the video. I appreciate those who are already hyping the shit from day one. I'm just now figuring the shit out. Hype the video, like the video, subscribe. Road to 100K. We'll be back soon. I love you guys. Out.